One big one. Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Julie, this is Ian, and for all our new subscribers, we're based here in the French Pyrenees. We've been busy creating our little homestead whilst all the planning and everything's going ahead very slowly, it's France, for our off-grid container plot.
And today we're doing the first part of the container home plot. So we are hopefully creating enough plants for the border, for the fence line of the new plot. It's about 150 meters of hedge line we need. So instead of going out buying the plants, we've used cuttings from our current hedge, which is English laurel and red laurel, and we are going to propagate them.
I'll show you each step how I propagate my cuttings.
And I'll show you how I put together this small propagator, which is out of scrap wood, a little bit of glass, and once we've shut the lid, hopefully it'll keep them all humid. It's in the polytunnel, but it's not a heated polytunnel, and we've also haven't got any doors on at the moment. That will be in the next project. So let's get on with it now. Right, I'm just going to put together the frame for the bed for the clippings that we're going to put into the polytunnel. So this is the size of the raised bed for the clippings. I'm just going to do another section that will go underneath this, get it all screwed in. I'll see you in a minute in the field.
Well, 16 years ago, I planted this laurel hedge in, and at the time it was €6 for a 12-inch pot, and here it's 25 metres worth of hedging. Now our new plot of land, I've got 120 metres of hedge line to plant. We'll be planting on 40 centimetre centres, which is roughly, I think, 16 inches. And that equates to 300 plants, and at today's prices it comes to over €3,000. I can't spend that on this. So the plan is to propagate as many English laurel as we can, hopefully 200 this year, to be able to put into the planter that you saw Ian make earlier this season. I have my clippers. Now I've got to brave the muck heat to get into it.
No. So this planter has been here for quite some time, as you can see in the difference in the video clip a little earlier when I made it. So we put in the bottom here some builder's sand that we had, and then some wood chip, sort of pine needle here, non-organic. That's the key to this, so it's not compost. So we're hoping with the sand and this, it'll keep the moisture and the roots will propagate quite well. So all I've got to do now is put on a lid, and I made a lid a little bit earlier in the year out of some scrap and some glass that we bought. So we're just going to screw that on the top on some hinges. 143. Right, so that's the 3 hinges in. It's all a bit wonky, but I think the heat of the polytunnel has warped the wood quite some, but that's the idea. So now we can just put the plants in, block it up to get some air in, or in the winter close it off to get the humidity. So get on with the plants now.
Just rescued this little fella from the dogs. Couldn't understand why they were barking. Ooh, look at him. It's only a little one, but he's lively. Ian's finished preparing the planter box for me, so my job now is to get 200 English laurel cuttings, and this is how I'm doing it. So I shall prepare this one for my cutting. I'll show you how we do it. I need to keep the top little green bit, just before the wood, where the wood joins the fresh green. That's the top of the cutting, and I'm going to come down at least 3 decent leaves and then snip just below a new branch, and then I just snip off the leaves like so. And the last 2 at the top, there's the fresh green piece from the woody stem. Fold them together and then just snip them in half, and that allows more room in the propagation box. And there we have a cutting. Actually, I might take him a bit shorter. Yeah. Down the valley from where we live, over the border into Spain. The purpose of today's trip is we've run out of our growth hormone, and they have special shops down here that sell quite a lot of it. They seem to have more relaxed laws in Spain, so I feel a bit dodgy going in this shop, but here goes.
So the next stage is just to cut a little bit of the bark away, just to give it a chance. Just trim that node there, that little node there. Now we're doing a couple of experiments here. This is our stash that we got from Spain just earlier on. So I'm going to first dip it into this liquid and then into some powder. Now we're going to do different ones each time because we got this Clonex as well, which is a gel, and we've also got Clonex little cubes. So we're going to try that a bit later, but to begin with we're going to do some of these. Right, over to the planter. I've pre-soaked it with all our water from our IBC containers, so it's totally saturated. Now I'm just going to push this in and make a little hole with my finger just to get through so it doesn't scrape all the compound off, and put him in to about there. Pat him down, and that's number 1 of 200.
It's been almost a week since I did these English laurel cuttings. They're not looking too bad, nothing's dried out. We have been regularly watering them because here we still get very high temperatures during the early autumn season, and to help with the heat from the sun we've put a shade barrier up. So today I'm going to carry on and continue planting more of the green English laurel, and I also have my red English laurel cuttings. So hopefully by the end of today this will be complete. Finished preparing all my cuttings, and now it's just snip the ends off so nice and fresh, scrape, snip, dip, dab, plant, repeat. I'll be here for a few hours. Been almost a week since I finished my propagating of my laurel cuttings in the propagator, but I just couldn't resist doing a few more. So in some pots I managed to get a few more green laurel cuttings, and that'll be a good experiment just to see how well these do compared to the ones in the propagator. Just going to open the lid up and check on them. Here, this side of the propagator, about a month ago we put these ones in and they're doing great. They look really healthy. They were taken from a bit sturdier stock, but they're doing brilliant. Nothing looks bad there. And then from this line down we've got more green laurel cuttings, and then this end section, they're my red laurel cuttings. So at a certain time of the year the leaves all turn red. I've counted up all my cuttings and I have 160 green English laurel cuttings, and the red cuttings I've got 120. I could always do with more because it's quite a large boundary line that we plan to put some hedging in, but this is going to give us a really good start and hopefully I don't kill them. I'm super excited, and it's so nice to be able to start growing plants here on our little homestead that we've built this year towards our future project, the off-grid container build. It's going slow and it's just purely down to French bureaucracy and paperwork, but that project's starting soon. It's getting very close. We're excited to take you along on that journey with us, and keep watching, keep following along, give us that little thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. You know, it makes our day when we see another subscriber, so thank you to everyone that's subscribed and who watches us. And there's lots of exciting things coming up. We can't contain ourselves, and it's been so hard waiting, but the finish line's nearly there, and this, wow, I'll get a few tears because it just signifies it's getting closer and it's going to be real. So again, thank you, and here's to the future project, my little cuttings. See you in the next video. Bye for now.